Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Mode tonight. On just 3 rounds to go as we finish off Season 7. We're heading to Interlagos, the Brazilian Grand Prix. And I am having a couple of audio issues, so just bear with me a second. Once again, I can't actually hear myself. How you doing, Wayne? Let me know if you can hear me. That would be helpful. Wayne can hear me. Okay, I just can't hear any audio coming through on my headset, which is a little bit weird, but we will push on. Right, so tonight, Brazil sprint weekend, the final sprint of the season, and we are now in 4th place in the construction standings. What a difference a few races makes. It's not that long ago we were down in 9th. And several points, a long way actually, behind the team in 8th, behind Haas. And how times have changed. We have certainly moved our way up the grid very, very quickly in a very short space of time. And now we have to see if we can stay here. We are pretty much secure, I think, in the fight to actually achieve our objective this year, which is finishing 7th. We have a nice, healthy lead there, as you can see. 32 points at the moment ahead of, 42 points ahead of Alpine. And just a little bit ahead of Alfa Romeo and Mercedes. We're a little way behind Ferrari. I think that's probably a bridge too far, but if we can make the top 3 this season, that would be incredible. Absolutely incredible, considering, like I said, the fact that we were languishing down in 9th not that long ago. So let's see how we do tonight. We have dry qualifying, a wet potential for the sprint. As you can see, we have got heavy rain forecast for the Saturday. Now that might only affect practice, might only affect the sprint, might affect both. Until we get there, we just won't know. But we will have a dry race. So it's going to be a little bit up in the air as to exactly what's going to happen in terms of our pace in the sprint. And the race, we always seem to struggle race pace-wise, just keeping those tyres alive. Our drivers don't have amazing, I mean, it's not horrendous, but they don't have amazing smoothness ratings. As you can see, they both have a rating of just 75. Which is lagging behind a fair bit of the grid. So our tyres generally tend to wear out a little bit quicker. And on the circuit like this, where if we try and conserve the tyres, we will lose a lot of ground very quickly. So we have to be really careful about how we go about trying to protect the life of the tyres, get the most out of them, get the most out of each stint. Could be a tricky race for us tonight. We'll see how we do. Let's set some. Let's take a look at our car against the grid first of all, and it still looks pretty strong, as you can see. 1st, 3rd, and 6th in the cornering, 6th in the dirty air. It's still got the top speed, still got the best DRS, still got top 10 braking and engine cooling, and we do still have the lightest car. But the acceleration is still a little bit of an issue, which is going to hurt us. In the traction zones coming out of the corners. We've seen up close and personal just how much of a deficit we have in the acceleration when we compare against Haas in recent races. So I actually want to have a look and see what their acceleration value is. It is 4th, and yeah, it is substantially bigger than ours. we are definitely struggling in the acceleration zone. Hey, Dino. So, let's set some targets. Reach Q2 with just one car. That should be nice and straightforward. And then quali position will go 2 in the top 14. No, 2 in the top 12. Again, Brazil's a little tricky, so I want to just give us a little wiggle room on that. And then we'll just go for 1 in Q3, just again, a little bit of wiggle room. Some money better than no money. Fastest lap is the incentive. We've got a new finish position streak. 1 in the top 15 for 2 races. That's terrible. It's a really poor streak, and it's only for 2 races, and there are 3 races left, so this is it. This is our final incentive streak, unless we fail it tonight, which tempted to do, but also that would be a disastrous thing for us to deliberately fail this streak, because we would stand to lose at least 2 positions in the constructors again. Let's see, where do I think we can finish? I'm going to try and go 2 in the top 10 tonight, but I'm going to play it a little safer with the actual guarantee through the top 12. And then quali position. If we can get 2 in the top 12 tonight, we will complete that streak. That'll be worth a little under 2.9 million. And then we can set a new one for just the last 2 races. All right, targets are set. Cars are built. I think they're both running the same spec. They should be. Yes, they are. So let's send them to the track.
Our F1 season brings us to Brazil for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Better known simply as Interlagos, the Autodromo José Carlos Pache sits between 2 lakes here in Sao Paulo. The home of the Brazilian round of Formula One since 1973, plenty of champions have been crowned here, with many more to come. The Sao Paulo track is beautifully designed to present an enticing challenge for teams and drivers alike. Between medium-speed S-corners, hill climbs and the high-speed section after Junção, this circuit calls for cars to have a balanced setup to succeed here.
This time, teams have 2 races to contend with, as a sprint race will decide the starting order for the weekend's Grand Prix.
That's all here. Now back to the action.
I think I've resolved my audio issues. Just waiting to see if my voice is coming through on the stream this way now. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I can hear myself now. I just basically had to reset my headset. Every now and again, if there's been a disconnect, which I did have one earlier this afternoon, it can sometimes play silly buggers. So, right. We are not putting Anne in the car tonight. Again, sprint. We've only got this 1 session to get the car as nailed as we can, and 1 less session for our drivers to acclimatise. So we'll make do. I'm going to go with a set of softs. Don't generally use soft tyres around this circuit, maybe 1 set. Looking probably at a medium soft strategy tonight, or maybe a soft medium. I don't think we'll go with anything other than that. Maybe we might throw a set of hards in if things evolve a little bit. Maybe go soft, hard, medium. We're going to go with 20 laps of fuel. I think we normally ran about 21 laps around the circuit, but again, we're calling them in as soon as they get feedback rather than at the end of a run. So it doesn't matter if they're slightly under the optimal fuel. We'll go with that ERS. And we'll go with that gearbox. There we go. And what else? Yeah, this colour here. We'll go with that engine, I suppose. That ERS. And we'll go with that gearbox. Okay. Again, 20 laps of fuel. Drop the settings down. I'm going to drop the rear wing down. I'm going to go to an 11 on that car. And we'll go to an 11.5 on that car. There we go. Now we'll send them to the track for practice. There we go. Donna already
Here we've
having a
got the
little
Aston
wobble.
Martin. And they just can't keep on the track. Perhaps a little lapse in concentration, maybe.
Yeah, not ideal, but not horrendous. So there's a rumour starting to go around that Renault are considering ditching their own engine and looking to become a customer team. You know, I don't know if there's any credibility to this talk that's going on, but if it is, what is even the point of Alpine? I mean, they would certainly no longer be a works team if they're not providing their own engine. I mean, if it's true, Andretti, there's your purchase. I mean, who's going to sell engines to Renault? Just it makes me wonder. And you just know as well, if they do go down that route in 5 years' time, they'll be like, we might come back. They'll see the team doing well with customer engines and they'll think they can do a better job of supplying the engine when clearly can't. And they'll just be back again with another crappy engine and a laundry list of disasters, from lurching from one disaster to another. Before they pull out again. I mean, how many times now have Renault pulled out and then come back and pulled out and come back? I would imagine, yeah, it probably would be Honda. Red Bull certainly won't, I don't think, with Ford. Unless they're not confident about their engine, in which case that extra feedback might be something that they want. But all right, so we went the wrong way. 12 is where the rear wing needs to be. Maybe 12.5. Maybe I should have just left it where it was. Let's look at the roll bar. Let's go with a 1.9. Let's push that all the way up. Let's pull that all the way. No, can't pull that all the way back. Let's go with that. Maybe Let's go with that. So it's right on the edge of the oversteer value and the cornering value, and then we can assess from there. How you doing, Clark?
I need some feedback.
Crap, I didn't call her in, did I? There we go. So I lost another lap there. I should have left the rear wing where it was. Oh man. Okay, well again, whack that all the way up that way. Let's go with a 6 on the front wing here. Let's pull that back a bit more to there. And we'll run with that. Red Bull and Ford will supply 2 teams. Honda and Audi will only supply 1 each. I think the most likely candidate is Honda. I think simply because they're going to be more established. You know, it'll be Ford / Red Bull's first engine, and it'll be Audi's first engine. So I think they won't have that immediate pressure, whereas Honda will be established. They've had an engine running for years now. I can see them being told that they need to supply Renault if Renault do pull out. But I mean, it's just so stupid. I mean, at this point, who is ever going to want to drive for that team? They just keep shooting themselves in the foot. They've lost all credibility as a potential, championship contender. They can't they can't make progress on their car. They can't keep hold of their staff. They're constantly losing staff / firing their staff. They're making bad choices with drivers. The whole Piastri saga. Now the issue with Gasly and Ocon that was inevitable from day one. You know, it's just, who could take that team seriously as a team that could move forward and potentially become, a championship contender? No one who has that, that's why Sainz didn't even consider going back to Renault. There's no way he'll go there. Basically the only drivers they're going to attract are young drivers who will bite the hand off someone to get onto the grid. Drivers like Doohan and Lawson or Cher. And, aging drivers who are desperate to stay in the sport and have nowhere else to go. That's it. Anyone with serious ambitions, who's been, looking to challenge for a title, they're not going to go anywhere near that team. It's not even going to be taken seriously as a project team. Like Williams is now being touted as a project team. Like Audi is very much a project team. Big, successful history in motorsport, coming in, taking full ownership, building a car from the ground up and an engine from the ground up. That's what Renault should be seen as, but they're not. They're seen as a joke. They're seen as Haas. A team that just is constantly tripping over its own feet.
Hold the car.
And it's such a shame, because Renault have pedigree in Formula One. Both as a team and as an engine supplier, but they haven't had it for a long time now. And it's just getting worse and worse with every season. Alright, we've made some progress, so that has to be a 12.5. Front wing is going to need to be somewhere around there then, I think, so I can pull. No, that needs to come back, which means that needs to come back to about there. Let's go with that.
How's the balance?
82% again. So, again, we're just off on the roll bar, it would seem. Maybe the rear wing. Yeah. So this one is the 12. No, this one's a 13. Ooh, okay. That has got to be at least a 2.8. I'm going to go with a 3.7, I think, on this one. Pull that back like that. Push the front wing up a bit more. That might be a bit too much, but we will try it. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. Running out of life in these tyres. Might not make it to the end of the session. With the amount of fuel I've been forced to take out of the car. Get them back out on track.
How are the tyres?
Tyres are bad. I know the tyres are bad. Car doesn't sound healthy, does it? I'm not going to get full feedback. I don't think. Not from Donna. I'm just going to miss out, and I'm not even going to get close with Embry.
Good job, let's check a tag.
But should hopefully give me enough to make an informed decision. So, Yuki has a penalty. Maloney has a penalty. Maloney, if I remember rightly, that's a 10-second penalty for hitting two cars last night. And he hit one into Yuki, who then hit someone else. So I wonder if Yuki's been given a 5-second penalty for being caught up in that collision. Let's take a look at his car. Oh, he's running brand new everything, so there's probably a penalty part in there. So maybe he didn't get a grid penalty. for the collision, but he's almost certainly looking to have to take at least one 10-place penalty, I would imagine. New engine, new gearbox, new ERS. This late in the season, one of those is definitely a full penalty position. Let's take a look as well at Maloney's car. He's got a new gearbox tonight, but he's running an old engine and an old ERS, so his pace is not going to be stellar. But we're no longer really concerning ourselves with Haas. Mercedes is one of the teams now that we are paying attention to, along with Alfa Romeo, and Yuki could be very quick tonight. Right. Let's see if we need to make any last-minute changes before qualifying.
It's time to determine starting positions for the sprint race, here in qualifying.
In a format familiar to our drivers, 3 parts of qualifying will decide who sits where on the sprint race grid. A good performance today will give them a real advantage for the rest of the weekend. Well, their teammate is outperforming them a little right now, so they'll be looking to close that gap. They must be feeling the pressure, but they can't let it get to them.
What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
Jeroen talking about Embry there, given that Donna is a double race winner this season. Let's have a look at our feedback that we have got. It's not far off, is it? Let's go with that. And hope that that's enough of a change. And let's have a look over here. Again, we're just off. I don't know if the front wing is... So the rear wing or the front wing are good enough. Let's go with... Let's go with that, I think. Put the better parts back in the car. No, I will use this ERS this weekend. And we'll use that gearbox as well. Alright. Send them out.
Track should be green.
Gives them a little bit of space on this first run. Assuming that they both drive to their best of their abilities, we should get a clear picture of who's going to be the driver more likely to struggle this weekend.
We stick to the plan.
And then we can plan accordingly for slipstreaming in later sessions. Assuming we make the later sessions. Again, Brazil is one of those circuits, because it's a short lap, the margins between getting through and getting knocked out are going to be very, very fine. You know, we're going to be talking hundreds, if not thousands, of a second, rather than tenths.
Track is clear. We're good to go.
Shouldn't be anyone in front that will back you up.
What's a little depressing in some ways is given how we've turned this team around this year, considering the state where they were in when we joined, if we had high quality, and I mean no disrespect to our driver lineup in the slightest here, but if we had, high quality drivers, the likes of the top teams, the likes of Ferrari and McLaren and Red Bull, I suppose you could even throw Mercedes in there because both of their drivers are 1991. We had drivers of that caliber in our cars. Not saying we could have been challenging for the Constructors' Championship, but we would almost certainly be a lock for second place, I think. Given the amount of points that we have potentially lost this season due to just weather conditions affecting our drivers more than anybody else, not being able to extract the full performance out of the car due to lack of skill in braking and cornering. We had someone whose ratings were way up there compared to ours. I firmly believe we could have been, contending for more than just the 2 wins we've got this season.
And we box this lap, cool the car.
So if we've done a good enough job, or if we do a good enough job with research against our rivals, maybe we can take that extra step forward next season and be more of a consistent threat. We shall see. We're half a second ahead of the jar. That I didn't expect. Maloney a full second behind. Only a 10th quicker than Ocon though. We'll prep for another run, which we are probably going to have to make, but we're going to wait till later in the session before we go out again. In fact, we are quicker than Max. Barely. He's set an identical time to us. He set a 1:06.745, which is the time that we set. And now Zhou pips us both by 16 thousandths of a second. At the moment, we're still good enough to sit in the pits. But there's still a lot of cars yet to set times. And I am going to stay in the pits. I think we're good enough to get through here. Taking a massive gamble, looking at some of the cars that are a bit further down here. Both Ferraris and Leclerc in real danger of being eliminated here. There goes Russell, there goes Leclerc, and Piastri's following him out. And is that Norris behind? It is. Norris also not amazingly safe at the moment in just 12th place. So we could be looking at a dramatic end to the first qualifying session here. Piastri's definitely on for a big improvement here, as is Norris, tucked up behind Leclerc. And we're dropping down the order. Now I'm starting to worry. Starting to think, have I made the wrong call by sitting in the garage here? We should be able to get through with those times, I'm sure of it. I don't think enough cars are going to get a big enough improvement. At least I really hope that's the case. We've got traffic for Charles Leclerc. as one of the Alpha Tauris is in his way. I think that might be Schumacher. Russell is safe, he's up to 9th. Leclerc is out, Piastri goes top, and then Norris goes top as they both benefited from a mighty slipstream behind a Red Bull who got held up badly. We are through, I think. Let me just confirm. Tsunoda hasn't improved, but he's still through right now. Behrman looking to go through. Giovinazzi crosses the line and is out. Behrman just sneaks through. And it was Stroll who also gets eliminated. So we have made it through to the next session, but once again, a Red Bull has fallen in Q1. Wow. Okay, big surprise to see Leclerc struggling like that. And we've been very fortunate with the fact that we've only had to do one run on our tyres. That has helped dramatically. Let's see if we can get through with just 2 runs here. Go out early. Zhou is popping out behind us as well. We'll do 1 lap, bring him in, reverse the order, send him back out for another lap, and then see who we can get behind for our final run on fresh tyres if we need that. We might not need it.
Wake up those bikes.
We've certainly got a car that looks actually pretty quick on 1 lap pace. Porsche and Magnussen also on track now as well.
Position is good. Charge off last corner.
And track is now clear.
No traffic to worry about. Embry should get a bit of a distant tow here. Could ideally be a little bit closer, but it's close enough, I think. Famous last words, scratch that, didn't realise the video was behind you. But he caught up. Alright, so it is a purple lap so far for Embry. She has closed the gap a little bit. She'll get a better tow here on this straight this time. So she should take the 3rd sector purple as well. A 106. She's only 2/10 quicker. Not quite even 2/10. If she'd been closer, she would have had a bigger lead. But we've got a good margin over Zhou,
And we are boxes lap.
who also ran used tyres. I think everyone will run used tyres on this first run. Porsche goes up there, as does Magnussen, but again, we're quicker than all 3 of them. So Donna's single lap pace, pretty strong. flip them around. Give Donna a slipstream run. The Alfa Romeo's getting potentially caught out a little bit. I think we got out of his way. Not sure which one it is. It was Hajar, and he is still a second off the pace. Yuki on an outlap. Let's keep an eye on what time Yuki does. Brand new everything tonight, let's not forget. New engine, new gearbox, new ERS. A lot of cars on track on in-laps at the moment. On outlaps, sorry. Let them go through a bit more. Where is Yuki? There he is. With the jar just behind him. Norris has popped himself up into second.
Okay, and we need to wake up the brakes now. Make sure you give us a couple of good braking.
And now Max has moved up into second, just a thousandth off Embry's time there. That's pretty encouraging.
Okay, a bit of traffic in front.
Sonoda's only good enough for
Charge your
seventh.
flat corner.
He's only 0.2 away from Embry's slipstream time. He's only, what, 500ths? Less than 500ths away from Donna, who's geared up for a very strong slipstream here. They might catch Yuki in a bad spot. We have caught Yuki in a bad spot. It gets out of the way, but it does slightly compromise us there. I think we've probably pushed these tyres a little bit more than they can handle. Yeah. That's a shame. All right, okay, so Donna is actually going to need the slipstream run on the new tyres if we do go out again. Which, given that Magnussen just went off, I think we might have to. But Embry's time should be safe, I think. Why did it take her longer to change her tyres? No! didn't want to do that. Shit. Let's call her straight back in. Hit the wrong button. Didn't mean to do
Can
that.
bring the tyre in.
Hopefully I won't take too much out of the tyres just doing this outlap here. Max and Piastri both gone out again. Piastri is looking to capitalise by staying nice and close to Max. George is punching his way through. He's about to catch up to the back of them on his flying lap. And he did get Piastri to pull out of the way, I think. No, I don't think he did. He's gone top. Yeah, Russell did not get close enough. Okay. I'll re-prep the car. There we go. Very short lap. I can leave it a little bit longer, and not too much longer. Here we go now. And we are going to give Schumacher a slipstream off the back of Donna. So Piastri has improved up to 6th place. Max has gone top again. But again, really small margins at the moment. Yuki in 10th is less than 3/10 away from Max's time and is in danger of being eliminated.
We need good work on brakes and tires on your way out.
See if he finds an improvement. Because he's in the elimination zone now. He does, but he only improves to 9th.
No one ahead.
We've got pace over Mercedes right now. That's excellent news.
Position is good now. Change your first corner.
All right, come on, Donna. Give me a solid lap here. We're going to give Schumacher a mighty tow. He's going to get a better tow than Donna's getting. Neither have improved in the first. I don't even know if we're close enough to get a slipstream here. If we can't get an improvement, we're in trouble. Because I don't think Donna's safe. Schumacher's almost certainly going to knock her down. And then there's still Ocon and Behrman as well. That's enough to put us into the drop zone. No improvement. Brand new tyres. Why is there no improvement?
Okay, we take the flag.
And there we go. Schumacher goes top thanks to that slipstream. There's Ocon. There's Behrman. Rooting against my former driver here, but I really hope Behrman has a crap lap. He is improving though. He improves his time, but he stays 15th. Ocon improves above Hajar. We are safe. But, yeah, that did not work out for us in the end. I don't understand why we had no pace on the tyres. Maybe the track temperature went up a bit too much. A little concerning and confusing. Let's do a lap. Or do I do 2 laps? Let's do 2 laps on these tyres. And then we can pick and choose when we send our drivers out on their final run on new tyres, hopefully in a nice slipstream position.
Track is green.
With the rain potentially hitting us hard in the sprint, we definitely need to qualify well to arrest how far down the order we fall.
Big gap, big gap. Charge your place quand même.
Track clear.
Right, we've got someone leaving the pits. It's Sainz. Hopefully he does not get in our way. We should hopefully get him on the run, comfortably on the run to turn 4. Nope. Right. Get out of the way. Excellent. Excellent. Max on an outlap now as well. So we'll have that immediate benchmark time comparison. Schumacher coming out with someone right behind him. Magnussen. So Donna is quicker by how much? By a 1/10. We'll leave them in the same run order.
We have a big gap in front of us. Charge your last corner.
Shouldn't be anyone in front that will back you up.
Sainz gets out of the way for us. Thank you, Sainz. And we're out of battery, I think. Yeah, we ran out of battery.
At the moment, you're P2.
No improvement.
The good lap.
That's a shame.
It is in your in lap.
All right, one final roll of the dice to come. Max has already gone straight back out again, so we're not getting out behind him. Sonoda pops up into 9th place. And Max will have time for one last run if he wants to. We'll try and get out behind the Ferraris if we can, I think. Send Donna out behind Norris. Push her a little bit if I need to get her close enough, which I think I'm going to have to do.
On as much work as you can on your tires now.
Come on, Ferrari. There we go.
A little bit of traffic.
Didn't go soon enough. Shit. At least I know our tyres are up to temperature.
You can bring the tyre in.
Schumacher trying to get a slipstream off the back of us again. Right. Is Tsunoda going to get in the way? No.
And track is now clear.
Right, got good position here behind Russell. No, not Russell. Piastri. Russell's on his outlap right now. Donna's improving, but she's not under consideration for pole, I don't think. Not that she pulls out an absolute blinder in the final sector. Which, given that she's now out of battery, probably not going to happen. That's purple first for Embry. Donna has gone second.
We look after the tires.
Dearly enough to take another pole position though, get another bonus point. It's going to be tight, I think, between Embry and Schumacher as to who gets it. Schumacher's purple in the middle. Who's going to take pole? Schumacher. We just didn't quite have enough in the final sector. Not a bad effort though. How far off were we in the end? Oh wow, nearly 3/10 off in the end. But that's not bad. Third and fourth, second row. I'm pleased with that. Given how tight these qualifying sessions can be here, to have the second row locked out, that's pretty good. But Schumacher, the master there of getting into someone's slipstream. That's 2 sessions in a row where he's been one of the last cars to cross the line and get a mighty slipstream in the process. We know he doesn't have that much pace in reality though. And of course we've got penalties for Tsunoda and Maloney to come once the sprint is done. We're going to go hard tyres in this session. And let's see. Run plan, we're going to go very heavy. We're going to go 48 laps of fuel. Again, probably a little bit more fuel than we need. We've got 100% confidence. I never even checked. 100% confidence on Donna's setup. That's beautiful. Did we do the same for Embry? I hope we did. I'm going to stick with this gearbox so we're not constantly changing gearboxes. Hopefully that won't overstress the pit crew. Let's see. We're going to go with that engine. We're going to leave that ERS in. And that gearbox. Again, we're going to go very heavy on fuel. And look at that. 100% confidence on that setup as well. Fantastic. Those last minute little tweaks we made, completely blind, paid off. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Now we've just got to get their track knowledge up as much as we can. They're probably going to get to around about 90%.
Okay, so that's a green light.
So we can expect their overall confidence level to be about 97, maybe 98% tonight. Somewhere in that kind of ballpark.
Copy that. We have more rain coming.
Oh, I forgot about the weather.
More rain.
Shit. Well, we have to tough it out on these tyres. We have to. Otherwise, we're just going to have a big deficit in track knowledge. So we're just going to hope now they don't do anything stupid in the wet weather. Their pace is going to drop off dramatically. And they should easily be picked off by the rest of the grid. They should pull over as the water gets heavier and just let people through because they're on the wrong tyres. Or at the very least, they'll be easy pickings through the corners. So keeping an eye on the track graph, just so we can try and predict what the water level is going to do. I saw a yellow flag flash up. Doesn't look like it was either R2. It's good. Hasn't quite hit full wets. We haven't seen either any very heavy rain. We've seen medium rain. And it did predict very heavy rain. So that might just be an inaccuracy in our weather forecast, or it may be that the sprint has got even heavier rain to come.
Weather update. This rain has stopped.
One upside of next season being our final season before we retire the game is that we can just go all out on development and not have to worry a bit about research. And we may possibly even have monster regulation changes at the end of next season, which we won't have to worry about at all. So we could theoretically end up with an absolute monster of a car next year as we focus purely on development. And if we do get big regulation changes like we saw at the end of season 4 or the end of season 3, then we might be on for a lot of teams diverting a lot of resources into those reg changes. So yeah, we could absolutely blitz the field in terms of development next year, which would more than compensate for our lack of skill in the car itself. And there we go, 88 and 89, 97 overall, exactly what I thought we would end up at. So that's pretty good. Now we just need to see how bad the rain is going to be in the sprint.
Well, it's a different format this weekend, with a sprint set to spice up today's events. And after a season of sprints, this is the last one of the year. This circuit is certainly no stranger to overtakes, so I think we're in for a good one.
It's not only the starting grid decided here, though. The top finishers in the sprint have the chance to score crucial championship points.
Well, no doubt there'll be plenty of action today here at the Sao Paulo Sprint.
Let's have a little look-see. Right, it's going to rain early. So it's going to be softs. It's going to take a while for it to kick over to inters, though. That's not so good. We're probably looking at making that change somewhere around lap 15. Plenty of mediums for the next race, but might not have any softs left. How many sets of tyres do I actually have soft? I've got 2 and a bit. You know what? I'm going to use these ones. We're going to use our scrubbed softs and keep 2 new sets for the Grand Prix, just in case. We'll have 2 sets of softs, 3 sets of mediums, and a set of hards. In fact, we'll have 4 sets of mediums because we haven't used mediums at all this weekend yet. We'll go with 1 extra lap of fuel. We'll go aggressive at the start because we're going to need to. But we'll try and protect the tyres where we can. Maybe I should go mediums instead. If I go mediums like that, seeing as I've got so many sets of mediums, that's probably the smarter play. Let's do that. And of course, we can absolutely rag the crap out of those inters for 9 laps or so. All right, second row. Can we convert that to the front row? Given that we've got changing conditions, probably not, but let's see if we can at least stay close to where we started.
24 laps around Interlagos awaits these drivers in what should be an entertaining sprint.
The 100-kilometer dash around Sao Paulo is
softs
typically packed full
on
of
Max.
overtaking opportunities.
Mediums, I think, on Schumacher
as the
there.
season nears the end.
A
Means
sprint
Max might
victory
scamper
and
off.
points up for grabs right here. 24 laps around Sao Paulo in today's sprint. And it's lights out and away we go.
Oh! Guess who forgot to change the car parts? It's a shame because we've got a really good launch as well. Oh dear. Right. Let's do this again. Yep, that engine. That ERS. That gearbox is fine. 25 laps. Aggressive starts. Go. Second car. You know what? I'm going to go with that engine. Save that one for the last two races. I want to have that extra little bit of power for Las Vegas. That ERS will be fine for now. That gearbox will be fine for now. Might need to change them after the sprint. We'll see. Hopefully not. And now we'll send them back to the grid and see if we can do something of it properly this time.
24 laps around Interlagos. 24 laps around Sao Paulo.
Right, so Schumacher's changed his tyres. He's put softs on. I'm seeing a lot of softs actually. Oh dear.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Your race is now.
Oh, what a start for Embry there. She might beat Max into turn 4. Yeah, we're the only ones on mediums. Oh, okay. That could be bad. Embry did briefly get ahead of Max. She's not given up. She's got the inside line now. She's got the position. Good girl. So we'll tell Donna not to attack Embry. Explosive start here. All over Verstappen. Could get him into turn 1. She's going to line him up.
DRS enabled.
Embry having a look at the back of Schumacher. Doesn't get it. Now we're going to ease off the battery. Keep the tyre burn going for another lap. Quite overcome that grip deficit. Nearly took the lead from Schumacher there. The longer it goes like this, the better for us in terms of our tyres against the softs. Mick's using scrubs. So Mick is going to burn those tyres out quickly. Norris on scrubs as well. Everyone else looking like they're using new softs. She's lining up the overtake. Oh, getting squeezed by Schumacher there. No contact though. I'm going to drop the tyres down a touch more, but now I'm going to apply the battery.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Can we get the move done this time? with battery deployment as well on the exit. Again, no, not quite.
Recharge on.
We'll save the battery again. We're nicely tucked up now. Sooner or later, one of these moves will come off. The Schumacher's tyres are going to fall apart quickly. We might get him here.
Update on tires, update on tires.
We gave him the DRS, so he'll probably retake the position. And now we've got to be wary that Max doesn't try and sneak through as well. There we go. Held off Max. And you see the state of Schumacher's tyres already down to 67%.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Gonna take a risk here.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
Right, I think both of our drivers got the DRS in their respective battles. We did, but Norris also still kept it, so not great, as Donna does lose a position. And here comes Max. Powerless to prevent that one. When Verstappen pushes and he's on a better compound of tyre, it's pretty much impossible to hold him back like that. He's off and away. That might actually make it a little easier for us to get past Schumacher if Schumacher gets boxed in. And if Max is able to drop Schumacher, we should hopefully be able to pounce. Piastri is actually doing a really good job of looking after his tyres at the moment, which is unusual for Oscar. And this time I'm going to try and punch through, because Max is off. There we go.
We don't want to overcook the tyres. Rain is expected.
Got a yellow flag. It's not us. It's Sainz, I think.
Now this is what happened. Right, let's have a look as we go into
Sainz
turn
and Joe.
The cars jostling for position, and there the cars make contact.
So,
There'll be more than one
damage to
unhappy team
Alpine
after that.
and to Mercedes there. That helps us, given that they're the two closest teams in the constructors' standings.
So
Norris is past Schumacher now. Joe has a penalty, which he'll have to serve at the pits. And Schumacher's tyres are falling apart.
And recharge on. Save as much fuel.
Finally getting Donna's temperature down. It's going to be damp in 7 minutes. So I'm just going to turn the tyres up now.
We have margin to push a bit more. Give us a bit more lift off, please.
Hopefully I don't leave myself vulnerable to Norris here. Trying to get some more charge in the battery. Right, we're good so far.
Or you can use the deploy.
Where is my pace being about to start to drop?
Let's have recharge on then, please. Overtake is available.
Okay, you can pick up the pace. Or we can cancel lift off. Cool the car, please.
Right, there we go. We're through.
Recharge on.
4 minutes till it's damp.
Charge on.
If that report is accurate, I think it will be. So we'll just keep hammering these tyres.
And overtake is available.
A huge life advantage left in these tyres now. And I think we just got the DRS. Yes, we did. Excellent.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
Not quite wet enough. One more lap, I think.
Charles John in box now.
Embry's pace is now really struggling against Max. And there we see the first stoppers. Oscar, Joe, now Ocon, Tsunoda, Stroll, Leclerc, Behrman all diving in as well. I've got to box them both.
And recharge
just
on is
hope
okay, please.
that I don't get really badly screwed over in the pits.
Box now.
Go always defensive. Let's cut those tyres down. Let's try and open the gap up a little bit between the two.
We have to protect those tires.
Yeah, that's worked a treat.
Verstappen is pitted.
There we go. So we've given ourselves an extra little bit of space. Not much, but hopefully enough. Go, 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 go. Ah, damn it. 2.5, 2.3, that's a quick stop, but it won't count for shit, unfortunately, in the pit stop competition. Down to 9th. Piastri has undercut a fair few cars by boxing that earlier lap. I should have done the same. I could have just absolutely hammered the tyres and be damned with the consequences of them overheating.
We'll have to do anti-deploy where you can.
So, 3rd for Embry. That's pretty much where she was when she boxed, so we haven't lost out too badly there, although Max is 4 seconds clear already of Norris. Let's try and take advantage of the DRS before it disappears.
Press overtake.
You've got everything, press on hold available.
Which is why I charged the batteries.
Cool with the car.
Right, we're up into 2nd. Beautiful. We got that done just in time. Let's see the replay, hopefully.
A little bit more like it, please.
Charles John.
It's not going to show me the replay. Ah, unless I missed it. I might have missed it. Donna's got some work to do.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Yellow flag, that's an Alfa Romeo. It's Behrman. What a miserable season he's
There's a
had.
yellow flag now.
He's already lost his title. It's just a question of who's going to get it now. And Max is going to put one hand on that trophy tonight by the look of it, with Leclerc out of the points.
No need to push the tyres.
I'm really sorry, we need a bit of lift off where you can. Overtake available. Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
There we go, punch past Stroll. Up to 9th, just outside the points.
Charge on.
Into peak confidence now.
Keep cooling the car.
A little bit too far back.
Charge on.
I'm going to settle for second with Embry. I'm not going to go chasing after Max because I don't think I'm going to be able to get him. Maybe with a couple of laps to go I might have a little push, but as long as I can stay clear in Norris, that's the important thing. So now it's just a question of how much have we improved on his situation in the remaining 7 laps. Should be able to get past Hajar and Magnussen. I'm not sure if we can go any higher than that. I'm already burning the tyres at a much heavier rate than the rivals.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit. Cool the car.
Up the inside of Isaac. And now we can try and punch our way past Magnussen. Had to lift a little bit there as we switched our line. Let's try and get him into turn 4.
Okay, charge on.
Embry's doing a solid job here in second, keeping Norris and Russell behind. Magnussen is dropping further and further back.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Got to get through quickly.
We don't have enough battery. Okay, keep cooling the car now.
Come on, be brave, get him around the outside. Nope, he's blocking us.
off the pace. Give us more lift off, please.
Yeah, Piastri's getting away from us.
Charge on.
Oh, was that collision behind us or just sparks? Just sparks. And now we've lost a place. Damn it. Ah.
Time to push on these tyres.
See if a jar can get through. Doesn't look like it. Three and a half laps to go. Just going to give them everything they've got now, tyre-wise.
No more lift off required. Charge on.
Three laps to go.
Right, now Isaac is through.
Charge on.
Embry not really making any progress on Max, but then I didn't really expect her to either. Use the last of her battery, might as well.
Can use overtake.
Charge on.
Try and line up a move.
Only can use the deploy.
At the very least I need to get away from Stroll. Two laps left.
2 laps to go.
Charge on.
Press overtake.
So neither Mercedes or Alpine are scoring points in the sprint. We've only got one car in the sprint at the moment, but it's 7 points that we're on at the moment. That is excellent. It would be so nice if I can get both cars in the points for that extra little, step forward. I think that's just a little beyond us. Push the tyres so hard early on that I just don't have the grip left. Keep going, Embry. You can do it. Lovely stuff.
One click overtake available.
Yeah, here comes that really heavy rain that we were promised. as soon as the race finishes, it'll go very heavy. Come on, just a couple of little moments to go. Out of the last corner. Hold. Yes, there we go. Second place. Dollar's going to hold back Stroll, so going to miss out on getting that 8th place and the final point. But 9th,
over the finish line,
still in the top 10
win
for
the
a
sprint.
dry race. And, Donna's overtaking skill is definitely better than Embry's, so she should hopefully make some progress. We've got 2 sets of softs, 3 sets of mediums, and a set of hards to choose from. And we picked up another 7 points over our rivals tonight. Ferrari, though, and let's see, Ferrari got, how many points did they get?
And it's the Aston Martin driver.
We've outscored
wrapping up
McLaren.
his sprint with a points finish.
They did really well to secure second. The team in the pits will be happy with that.
So Ferrari picked up 5-8. Ferrari outscored us by a point. I didn't think we'd be able to challenge Ferrari or McLaren this year, but we're keeping pace. That's encouraging. So final standings of the sprint. It is Max from Embry, Norris getting 3rd, Russell up into 4th, Schumacher dropping down to 5th across the line there, it would seem. Then it's Piastri in 6th, Magnussen in 7th, Hajar in 8th, Donna down to 9th, Stroll up into 10th. And then below that we have Ocon, Pourchaire, Leclerc, Albon, Zhou, Giovinazzi, Sainz, Tsunoda all the way down in 18th, and Maloney down in 19th. And then Behrman last. But the penalties will kick in at this point, so it'll be Tsunoda and Maloney on the back row.
It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Brazil loves a home racer, and none more so than the brilliant Ayrton Senna. His victory here at Interlagos in 1991, fighting a broken gearbox, is one of the most emotional moments in F1 history. The weather is very overcast here. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
And when it comes down to it, there's simply no telling what will happen here in the ups and downs of Sao Paulo.
All right, we have a dry race. Let's see what we want to do strategy-wise. I could do that, but I don't think that is probably the wise move. Unless we really look after those tyres in the opening stint. It's doable. The AI is almost certainly going to go for that. I think because I've got those extra mediums in reserve, we'll go for this initially, and if we can't pull it off, we can always go onto a second set of mediums. So let's prep a soft, medium strategy. Race AI is probably going to go soft, medium, I would imagine, or medium, soft. I want to give myself that little bit of extra flexibility just in case I push the tyres a bit harder than I'd like. There we go. And we'll aim for that if we can. But if not, we've got option C to pull back on. Let's put in 2 extra laps of fuel. Let's go a little aggressive off the line, but be prepared to pull that back. And we'll send them potentially to the grid. Let me check parts. Yeah, they're fine. Let's send them out to the grid.
We're not too far away from the race start here as we edge closer to the 71 laps of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. A chance for the Aston Martin driver to show what they can do.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. Who will win? Only time will tell. Here
Mediums
at the
on max.
Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Mediums on quite a few cars by the look of it, so
And it's lights out, and away we
we might
go.
be getting undercuts. Yeah, hardly anybody starting on the softs.
Let's put them under pressure.
All the medium runners absolutely hammering those tyres on this opening lap.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
I'll try and save the battery, turn the tyres down next lap.
Charge on.
George is looking very aggressive. Which is to be expected.
And overtake is available.
Drop the pace now, please.
DRS enabled. Let's have recharge on then, please.
Look to just save a little bit of life in the tyres for the next couple of laps. Keep some battery in reserve. Seeing as the AI is stopping their push. And then look at striking in another lap or two. How you doing, Victor? Good to see you. Don't want to get stuck behind Magnussen for too long, so I might have a look at jumping Bonnet through here, actually.
Okay, we need some deploy. Cool the car, please.
He's got the slipstream.
Let's get back in the rhythm.
And George has got through. It's okay. We're still in touch with the pair of them. Have to use a little bit more tyre, it
Keep the
would
pace
seem.
up on these compounds.
Really didn't want to have to do that.
Cool the car.
And that's it for battery. If I can't get this move done around the outside,
Keep cooling the car.
I'm in trouble. Got him.
Charge on. Charge on.
I think the key for us making this strategy work is to really protect one of the sets of softs. With Donna, I'm going to probably have to do that with her final set, just so I can make some progress and maybe give her a bit of an undercut as well on the medium runners. But Embry, we're going to try and protect so that we've got more to play about with on the mediums at the end. Just let her keep a watching brief on Max and George fighting each other and keep the tyre temps under control and slowly just build that battery back up even more. Donna's going to have periods of calm and then aggression to move her forward.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Dropping the tyres down to this setting is definitely a risk, but I just want to see if it is viable. See how much time I lose for the infield. And the answer is a fair bit. So we won't do that.
If you can, push.
Do not want to give Norris a sniff. Taking third from us.
Charge on. Okay, focus on recharge.
It's getting a little spicy here, look. Norris definitely looking a bit more aggressive this lap. Slipstream will protect us.
Charge on.
Tyres are in decent shape, but they could be a little bit better. And Norris is going to get us because we got boxed in behind Verstappen, who couldn't get past Russell.
Time to push on these tyres.
Hold that position. Let's actually use a little bit of battery now as well. Little looky loop. We got boxed in.
Get back in the rhythm. So recharge on.
Okay, charge on.
Damn it.
Charge on.
Back to ninth. Back where we started. Make that 10th.
Let's get back in the rhythm now.
Charge on for now.
Leclerc got himself up to 11th now. Next up behind us. Despite all that tyre saving, we're only just about on the line with Embry, just under it with Donna. Tyres are definitely wearing out faster than I would like, but less so than the other soft runners.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Manage your tires.
Let's try and do a little bit more extreme saving. Might have a run on Stroll here, maybe. No, he got the DRS just. Embry's lost it though. Left her in the wrong tyre mode for too long.
Press overtake.
And now Oscar's through, damn it.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
You can push on tires. We're good on tires. Overtake available.
And I've lost another slipstream DRS situation with Donna. With Embry.
Can we have recharge on, please?
Oh, come on.
Keep pushing.
Blocked. Goddamn Schumacher. Yeah, that was a bad couple of laps.
Recharge on is okay, please.
Charge on.
Can use overtake.
She got dropped again. God damn. All of a sudden our pace has just disappeared. Oh, crash in front.
And we've had a crash on track. So let's take a look at the replay.
Schumacher and Hajar coming to blows.
Oh, that's quite an impact between them.
Donna
Thankfully,
held
after
up a
that,
little
it
bit
seems
there.
the drivers are
Might
okay.
not be able to use DRS on this straight, but Embry slipped through. We have got the DRS. Can't do anything with it though.
Charge on.
Embry now has a little bit of clear track to close that gap back up. Let's have a look at the damage. Hajar's front wing seems to be okay. His tyres seem to be okay. Schumacher's tyres seem to be okay. And his front wing's okay, and there's no penalties. What are the odds that I would have been penalised for that? That had been me.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Pretty damn high, I think.
Cool the car.
And recharge on.
You're good to push.
I am taking that position. You can bugger off Magnussen. The Tanner train is coming through. Woo woo! There we go.
Charge on.
Got her through.
Just keep looking after your tires.
Almost caught back up with the train in front as well. Oh, fucking Magnussen's immediately jumped all over me again.
We need to push.
She's still driving clean air, that's why. Keep forgetting to turn that off. Now we're back into peak confidence, just, well, briefly. We lost it already. And our tyres are starting to give up. So now we're just going to run them at this pace. Both of them are about on prediction. So we'll get a slight undercut. We'll look after the mediums for the first half a dozen laps or so, just to give us that little bit more wiggle room at the end of the medium stint. See if we can get a nice gradual undercut.
Charge on.
There we go, we'll get the DRS here. Oh god, he pushed us into the point where we had to lift. Cheeky. Evening refill. Not many laps to go now for Donna before she boxes. Schumacher punching his way past Kevin, or trying to. Keen for another round with Isaac by the look of it. And Stroll has got through as well, so Magnussen dropped down to 10th now. Leclerc's gone back down to 13th, so his push for the points has already struggled a little bit. And I can't harvest anymore. Not enough life left in the tyres for me to get away with it, even though I'm in a DRS, at the head of a DRS train like this. So we'll just have to top up from now on. Maybe 2 more laps for Donna. Maybe only 1 more lap after this one. Probably only 1 more lap after this one. And then Embry will be in the lap after that.
Okay, keep cooling the car now. Cool the car, please. Charge on now, please.
There we go. Pit stops programmed in.
Box.
Would have been nice to get past Isaac
Box now.
on this lap, but never mind.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery.
And in we come.
If you can, push.
Oh, it's a VSC.
And here we've got
That's
a yellow
Behrman,
flag.
I think. And one of the Mercedes. Yeah, Behrman and Zhou. I think Behrman's out. I don't know
Just
about
like
Zhou.
that.
They're both out. Oh, this is perfect timing for us in some respects. For Embry, it's terrible timing for Donna. I think maybe she might actually benefit slightly.
Drive to the delta.
Ciao, John.
I would imagine we're going to see quite a few pit stops here. Anyone who's on soft is absolutely stopping. Zhou's the one who got the penalty. But I would imagine we'll see some of the front runners maybe box.
Right then,
Ocon
you
locking
take a
up
look.
under a VSC.
Right, here's the action at turn 10. Very heavy on the brakes.
And loses the place
And they'll
there
need to be mindful
to
of the effect
Leclerc.
that had on the tyres.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple, both for Ferraris are in. Interesting. Load of cars behind us boxing. There goes one Ferrari. The other one getting held. .3, decent stop. We're getting held. There we go. So we haven't lost a position behind the Ferraris. Where's Donna going to come out? Donna has lost out slightly. I think. Yeah, Stroll and Hajjar have both got in front. Well, Hajjar was already in front, but Stroll has undercut the pair of them. A little bit of a shame. If that VSC had popped just 10 seconds earlier, Donna would be much further up. She'd probably be in front of Embry. But it popped just as we were pulling into the pit box. And Max and Norris are staying out. Oh, this is going to hurt them. It's good. It's very good. Sainz staying out as well, as is Tsunoda and Magnussen and Schumacher. The longer they stay out, the better for us. Need that VSC to end now before they change their mind. There we go. That's what we were waiting for.
Ending.
And DRS is now there.
Drop down the plates now.
Max and Norris still out there. Same for Schumacher and Magnussen. And Tsunoda and Sainz. So if we'd started on the mediums and thought about going medium soft soft, we would absolutely have gone medium soft as a that. Another crash.
Keep an eye on.
Oh, that's one of the Ferraris. That's Zhou and Tsunoda. Sorry, Tsunoda and Sainz, both of whom are yet to stop. It's wing damage for Tsunoda. I think Sainz got away without wing damage there. But Sainz is going to box this lap now as a result because his tyres are destroyed. Russell will probably get him up the hill. if not before the hill. Yeah, he's going to get a nail up. You're going to see a penalty applied.
Recharge on.
So it looks like we've lost a lot of ground, but we actually haven't. How are Max and Norris keeping that kind of pace up? On tyres that worn out. How? They should be in the 111s. Unless they're swapping places and DRSing each other. It's the only way I think they can be keeping that kind of pace up. Staying out again. There we go, 111s. That's the kind of pace I was expecting to see from them. We should, theoretically, undercut the pair of them. Sainz is in. Stayed out a lot longer than I thought he would. Embry's going to lose 2 places here, potentially. No, just a Stroll. Donna under pressure, she's going to potentially lose out to Porsche. With Leclerc waiting in the wings.
No need to push the tyres.
Staying out again. Are they going to try and one-stop this? Still in the 111s. Still lapping a little bit faster than I thought they would be able to.
Charge on.
Stroll's closing on Tsunoda, which, given that Tsunoda hasn't stopped yet, is not surprising. I've got Isaac snapping at my heels.
Recharge on, recharge on. And recharge on now is okay, please.
Charge on.
And still they're not boxing, and they're back in the low 111s again. We've lost the sound from Donna's car.
Cool the car.
It's there, it's just really quiet. And Hajjar's snuck through, so we may as well go into harvest mode now.
Let's have recharge on then, please. Let the tyres come back to you.
Only can use the deploy.
See you later, Teo.
Charles John in box now.
They're still out there. And they're still lapping ridiculously fast.
An overtake is available.
Oh, crash. And now everyone's
dear,
boxing.
A crash. There's been a crash.
That helps. That helps Embry immensely.
Two cars out. Be careful there.
Right, both of our drivers have got in front of Norris and Verstappen. Norris jumped Verstappen in the pits. You can see a penalty applied. Nope, of course we're not. Didn't involve one of us.
And recharge on.
Norris and Verstappen have both gone hard, so I think they're going to try and one-stop this Grand Prix. Which means I think I've got enough leeway in these tyres now.
Push on these tyres.
Schumacher's in, so we'll get past Schumacher. Donna gets overtaken.
Charles John.
Recharge on.
Charles John.
Need to get some more confidence back into Donna to help her out. Need to get some more confidence into Embry as well. She has lost out a fair bit, unfortunately.
Head down. Keep cooling the car.
There we go, back into peak. Porsche, I think, gave us the DRS. No, Porsche got it. Embry's through. Got a yellow flag,
I'm
another
not quite
crash
sure
in
what's
Sector
happened
1.
there.
It's Sainz again, and Maloney. Is that Sainz? Is that no? It is Sainz, isn't it? Yeah, it says Carlos Sainz. Both of them get going again, so no VSC, no safety car.
Overtake is available.
Embry still hasn't been able to get away from Stroll.
And keep up a bit of lift stop for fuel, please.
So let's make sure we get the DRS.
Charge on, charge on.
Ah, damn it. We didn't.
Recharge on.
Charge on.
Press overtake.
Right, I want this move done. I want to get away and onto Isaac and the Ferraris.
Charge on. We have margin to push a bit more.
Likewise, I want to get this move done.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
There we go, fastest lap for Embry, and she has pulled away from Stroll.
Cool the car.
Donna gets the move on Porsche, completes the move properly as well into turn 3.
And we can have recharge on, please.
And now we need Porsche to stay ahead of Leclerc. There we go. Now we need to push.
We are good to push.
We will want a little bit of Lyco.
Try and get onto Stroll.
Battery is on the low side. Charge on.
And there goes Leclerc, new fastest lap for Donna. At the very least, I hope Porsche will now act as a blocker for Norris and Verstappen while they're on their hards. Don't need them coming through for a while. In a decent position at the moment, 4th and 6th. Mercedes really in the wars. Zhou's out with a penalty for the next Grand Prix. Tsunoda's down in 16th. Alpine also not having much luck. Sainz down in 17th with potential damage, and Giovinazzi's only 12th. So we're going to get good points over both of those two and stretch our lead over the pair of them. We're actually outscoring McLaren quite nicely at the moment as well, although that could well change given that they're Norris is one stopping. Ocon just not really on the pace, but the Ferraris are definitely on it tonight. And Norris has got through against Porsche. I'm still driving clean air. I keep forgetting to turn that off on Donna. Hurts a lap time every time I leave that on. Embry not closing on Hajar, but she is closing on Piastri, who's holding up Hajar. About half a second a lap. Donna is closing by a couple of tenths over Stroll, although that might stop now that we've got to defend from Charles Leclerc. Porsche's back in front of Norris. Good, good, good. Let me check the tyre wear, because it's entirely possible they may just push those hards. No, they're not pushing them at all. And there goes Leclerc. We have the DRS and the inside line. Will retake the place. Back into full peak confidence again. Embry in peak confidence as well, and she has taken more time out of Piastri, who's been passed by Hajar. Another 0.6 of a second nearly. Almost in DRS range now. Let's make sure we get it.
If you can, push.
There we go.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
All right, Leclerc is back through. Let's go back into harvest mode. Let Porsche complete that move so we can get onto Stroll comfortably and get some battery in the car as well. Norris now punching through against Porsche. Max looking to sweep around the outside. Can Porsche hold him off? We'll have the inside into turn 4.
John.
I think he might just have done it. No, Max will complete that, I think.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Wow, Russell has just bolted at the front, opened up a big old gap. 8.5 seconds over these two now. Ferraris were nose to tail at one point after the VSC. A second or so apart, if that. That's definitely changed.
We look after the tires.
Right, on to Stroll.
Time to push on these tyres.
Right, we missed our opportunity on this lap, but we'll have another go at the end of the lap, see if I can get past the pair of them and start pushing forward.
We suggest a little bit more Lyco. Stay close.
She backed out. She could easily have got alongside Hajar there. Now Hajar's going to have the DRS, and we're going to have the same problem with the turn 4.
Overtake is available. And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
You're good to push.
Damn it, Norris got me. Max is lurking as well.
Cool the car, please. Okay, keep cooling the car now.
Don't back out, don't back out, don't back out. Formation flying around the corner. I don't know if there was contact or not, but Stroll definitely got squeezed there. I don't think there was contact.
Let's have a look at that. Here
See if we
we've
get a
got the
different
Aston
angle.
Martin. The opportunity's there.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there, but
Up that
it's
takes them
given us a bit
to
of separation to
seventh place.
Verstappen. Ocon has actually got through. Now there's a yellow flag. Is that
Charge on.
behind the VSC?
Cars out. A lot of debris.
Right. We have
And
to
watch
jump
out
on
for the
this. We
debris
have
on
to
the
change our
mushroom.
strategy. This is why I wanted to have that flexibility, and if we get a safety car later, we've still got brand new softs ready and waiting. Harvest, save, save. Already doing that there. Let's get them into the pits. Let's see if we can figure out what it is actually before we definitely confirm that. So Pourchaire. Pourchaire's out. Looks like he had a collision with Stroll. So it was that little pack behind us. It was rife for a collision given how close all those cars were. But there will not be a a full safety car, I don't think, and it won't be a red flag. So just a VSC.
We've got a yellow flag here.
I mean, look how tight this was here. Look. Oh, he just ran wide and he hit. Oh, no, that's a penalty all day long for Stroll. Pourchaire, completely innocent passenger in
While
that.
all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but...
It's just Stroll being Stroll. Russell's in. I figured he would be in.
And VSC deployed. Drive to the Delta.
Anyone else coming in? Ah, he's going hard tyres. Interesting. Leclerc's coming in. Ocon's coming in. .5, no delay. 2.6 getting held. Oh, we lost out to Ocon. Yeah, and Leclerc. No, we were behind Leclerc anyway, but we lost out to Ocon. Donna keeps getting caught out in the pits, unfortunately. But now we're in excellent shape. We are 16 seconds off the lead. But as far as Norris and Russell goes, we're 11 seconds, 10 and a half seconds behind Norris. only 8.5 seconds behind Verstappen. Donna, unfortunately, is a little bit further back. She has been unlucky this weekend, just with the timing of things. So she's lost out in the pits on a couple of occasions, being held on release. Russell is going to be tough to beat. I don't think we can beat Russell. Norris and Verstappen, I hope we can claw back to them, but I don't know. Hajar, Piastri, Giovinazzi all need to box again, so we can eliminate those three. So at the moment we are a net P4 and P8, which, given my luck at this circuit, I'm very happy with right now. We still have the fastest lap as well, which I'm a little surprised at, although I would imagine you might see some softs a little later in the race, so that might not stick around for very long. These tyres will go to the end, and right now they're getting a nice gradual braking in as well.
Okay, you can pick up the pace.
No need to push the tyres.
A yellow flag already. Jesus, what the hell?
And recharge off is okay.
Or was that just an erroneous yellow? Might have just been an erroneous yellow.
If you can, push.
So Schumacher's going for the one stop as well. He's pushing hard at the moment on the restart, but that's temporary pace. Oh, the fastest laps are already coming down.
Okay, to pick up the pace.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Still in a pretty decent position.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Gonna go for a fastest lap attempt with Donna. She's probably my best bet at getting the fastest lap, with a higher cornering skill. Although I might not have enough battery.
Cool the car.
she might actually get onto the back of Embry and Schumacher here. Just missed the DRS, ran out of battery.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Could be fastest lap material though.
Charge on.
It is, and she's in the top
That was
10 at
very
the
good
moment, briefly. That's about to disappear.
We have to protect those tires.
Did we get the DRS? Nope, Ocon didn't.
Just manage your tires, please. Charge on now. Okay, head down. We keep focusing.
Evening, Army. Didn't see you pop in. How long have you been here?
Charge on.
Right, we are closing on everybody up front and we're not even trying at the moment, which is excellent. I am good, thanks for asking.
Charge on.
Russell's into the lead and already broken away from Hajar, who is about to stop. Same for Piastri. I think either of them are going to be capable of taking that fastest lap from us. Still lapping quicker. Oh, what a lap from Russell, 108. How is that not the fastest lap? What is the fastest lap? 108.3. Oh, we just held it by 0.3 from Russell. Embry's driving a superb defensive race here and still making progress on the cars in front. We're going to have plenty of tyre a little bit later on. That's good. Now Leclerc is through. He's going to be quicker than Schumacher. So I'm quite content to sit behind him. Almost getting her battery up and protecting her tyres as well. And there goes Isaac into the pits. Piastri's gone another lap. Is this going to be softs? It is going to be softs. I thought it would. It's a decent stop. And Leclerc is through, as predicted. We will just continue to sit behind like this. Gap to Giovinazzi is now less than 3 seconds.
Battery is good. You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on hold available. And you can pick up the pace.
Get away past. Now we'll tuck in behind Ocon. See if we can get him as well. We'll get the DRS off of Ocon. And there we go. 5th and 6th.
We're happy to stay where we are. Charge on.
Excellent. There we go. Giovinazzi has boxed and got himself out of the way. So we are now just 9 seconds, well, 10 seconds off the lead. And only 5.5, 6 seconds away from Max. Leclerc has really benefited from that other VSC. Brought himself right back into this Grand Prix. He was dead and buried, earlier on.
Bit of lift off.
Save as much fuel.
Might just about drop Ocon here. Yeah, he did not get the DRS. Excellent stuff. Let's charge up Donna. Embry's going to make the move. Issue in the pits for Maloney. Leclerc will get the DRS. He will move back in front again. Ocon's pushed hard and is trying to get back into that DRS. Hasn't done it yet, but he's going to do it if he's not, if we're not careful. But the only way we can stop him is if we push, which I don't want to do. Not yet. Trying to keep the tyres in as good a condition as we possibly can, ready for those last 9-10 laps or so. Russell crosses the line into turn 1 now, 17 laps to go. And we are on for some very nice points. And we are lapping quicker than Norris and Verstappen.
What you're doing.
I think I might try and get Embry through here.
Charge on.
And overtake is available.
And keep her ahead now. We still have the fastest lap. And now Leclerc is vulnerable to Donner.
You can keep the pace up on these compounds. Let's lift off, please. On click overtake, please.
Just be careful with this tyre.
Okay, charge on.
Let's have recharge on then, please.
2 seconds from the back of Norris and Verstappen.
Recharge on.
This is coming together nicely.
So recharge on. Time to push on these tyres.
On battery in a good place. Charge on.
There we go. Leclerc's been dropped. Norris and Verstappen just losing ground to Russell. Don't know if we'll catch George, but I think we can take second and third here tonight.
Let's go for a push.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Donner didn't need the confidence from that overtake. Embry doesn't need to lose confidence. That would not be good. There we go. We're in the DRS zone.
Okay, focus on recharge. On, keep going with the lift off. You're doing very good job. Keep
Let's
going with the
actually
lift off.
save a little bit of extra fuel while these two are scrapping like this.
It's a bit more like
Ocon is through and has dropped Leclerc, who does
But
seem
it's
to
good.
be struggling a little bit.
Charge on. You're good to push.
So Donna's through past Max. There she goes past Norris. Not Donna, sorry. Yeah, Donna. This is Embry that we're riding on with.
If you can, push.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires. Reminder, a little bit of lift off where you can. Charge on. Charge
Russell
on
setting
now.
consistently quick laps, but he's always just that tiny bit short of the fastest lap.
Overtake available. Need to drop the pace.
Can use overtake.
No, I knew that was going to happen. God damn it.
Here we've got the Aston Martin. With not much room to move, and you can see
And
how
I'll get the
car's
penalty for
come-
that. That's Embry's race destroyed. The
And
confidence
oh
is
dear,
shredded.
that's Max Verstappen. Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. Barely any room to manoeuvre. And oh!
And we're boxed this lap. No need to push the tyres.
We don't have enough battery.
Here it comes.
And recharge.
No penalties. Wow.
We'll have to do anti-deploy where you can.
We did a 108.3. Size did a 107. Right, now it's going to be a battle to get back into the points. But she's got soft tyres, brand new soft tyres. 8 laps after this one. And she's got a full battery. Just about.
Recharge
I
on.
can push her like crazy. And I am pulling away from Norris. So second place for Embry. That looks pretty much assured. I don't think we'll get Russell. I don't think I've got enough time left. Now it's a question of what can I do with Embry here. Can I get her into the points?
Press overtake.
I just missed the DRS. Wow, Ocon is now up to third. Yeah, the hard tyre one stop has not worked, and Leclerc is in front of Max. And look how quickly we've caught the back of Magnussen here. I think we might have got the DRS on this one. Yes, we did. Beautiful. So this should be the fastest lap. It is by a country mile, I'm guessing. 106.8, yeah. Glorious.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Let's up the tyre pace a little bit. See if we can start to close down George.
You can push in tires.
He's just got too much grip, I think.
6 more laps.
His tyres were in the same condition as Norris and Leclerc's. I think it would be doable, but yeah. We'll settle for second. Second is excellent. That's 18 points for Donna. And let's see, can we catch Sonoda and Giovinazzi so that we can get the extra point for this fastest lap.
Let the tyres come back to you.
I think I can get away with absolutely just melting the tyres. There's not enough laps left for it to be an issue. We're actually losing time to George at the moment. Right, 3 seconds to the points. There they are. We can ignore Donna now. We can leave her to her own devices. So we're just going to ride on board now with Embry like this. 10th is the best I can do. I'm not going to catch up to Hajar and Piastri, I don't think. Yeah, they're lapping too quick. Not enough time left. But at least I'll be well positioned if one of them makes a mistake. Maybe capitalise on that. Just getting her into 10th is the target now. That'll be 2 points, a point for 10th and a point for the fastest lap.
And recharge on is okay, please. We don't want to overcook the tyres.
Yes, we do. We want to absolutely melt these tyres.
To go.
overtake is available.
See you later, Gio. Yellow flag. Is it someone in front of me?
Now we can see what happened. Right, let's follow the action now at turn
Schumacher's
7.
in 7th.
Oh, and they
It
need to
is,
be watching those track
but he didn't really
limits.
lose that much in the way of
Hopefully not a
time.
sign of
Didn't hit a barrier. That would have been nice. It's too far ahead for us to gain anything from that. Final 2 laps. George has already got this race won. Just going to bring the car home now.
Overtake available.
A little bit too much. Has 3 laps and full battery. I could probably get Piastri in. Oh, actually, what's the jar doing? No, yeah, they're going too quick. We'll get as close as we can and hope if one of them makes a mistake, like Schumacher did, but a bit more dramatic, we can move up again. George starts his final lap. He's comfortably going to win this. Good result for Ferrari tonight in the face of big points from McLaren in 3rd and 4th. Good points for us. Could have been better. Could have been so much better. But we'll pick up 20 points from the race to go with the 7 points we got in the sprint. So 27 points. I don't think Alpine or Mercedes scored any points at all this weekend. So that will help seriously consolidate 4th place. But given how strong Mercedes and Ferrari and McLaren have been tonight, I don't think we're going to make any progress on either of those 2 teams. We might even lose a little bit of ground. Russell wins.
Russell wins it! First over the line. And there we have it. Russell finishes in 1st place.
That's his first win of the season, I think.
Astounding. I don't think anyone would deny them their victory lap after a race like that.
And here comes Donna, who started 9th, didn't have a great sprint, and has really come through well today. Embry could have been right up there as well. This could have been a 2-3 for us. In the end, we're just 4 seconds behind Oscar and Hajar. Needed another couple of laps, really.
Finished P10.
Hell of a drive, though, at the end there to get back into the top 10 comfortably. Reclaimed the fastest lap from Sainz. So many points dropped, but we still got 2 with her tonight. But she could have had 15.
What an excellent performance from the Aston Martin driver that was.
Definitely a well-deserved podium. You've got to say their race strategy was very good indeed.
That
Donna's
makes
really
it
hitting
all
her stride
worth it, doesn't it?
in this
Seeing
closing
your
half of the
team
season.
ready to share the celebrations. So, Karun, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And from our team in Sao Paulo, a big thank you for joining us this weekend.
The next round of the season will see Formula One return to the States as the glitz and the glamour of Las Vegas awaits.
So then, confirmation of the final result. It is a win for George Russell. Big points for Ferrari, much needed points for Ferrari in their ongoing battle with McLaren. Donna takes second place, 18 valuable points for her. Norris hangs on to third with Ocon right behind him in fourth, just a tenth behind. Leclerc did manage to stay ahead of Max, which will help him in the fight for the driver's title. 2-point swing against them tonight. Schumacher in seventh ahead of Oscar Piastri in eighth, bringing in another 4 points there for Ferrari. Isaac is ninth. Embry dropped down out of the points but fought back into 10th for 1 point and got the fastest lap for an extra point there as well. And then looking at the bottom half, it's Tsunoda up 8 places to finish in 11th ahead of Giovinazzi. Then Stroll, Magnussen, Albon, Sainz, Maloney in 17th. Pourchaire, Behrman and Zhou all failing to finish. Let's take a look at the driver's standings. Max leads, actually scored more points than Leclerc tonight because of the sprint. Got about the sprint. So he leads by 6 points with 2 rounds to go. That is, like I have been saying for a while, is going to go all the way down to the last couple of laps at Abu Dhabi. Norris consolidating third. He has lost a little bit of ground to George tonight, but he still has scored big points and kept the gap respectable. He has a 32 point lead, and I think that's probably enough to keep him ahead of George now in the standings. So I think Lando is third place elect here. Donna moves above Hajar by merit of having 2 wins this season. Hajar also has 2 wins, but we have 1 extra podium, which has bumped us ahead. Sprint wins obviously don't seem to count unless the podiums are tied, it would seem. So yeah, we are in 5th place, level on points there with Isaac, but 1 place ahead technically. Oscar in 7th picks up some more points to move away from Tsunoda, who could be very, very quick tomorrow night's race at Vegas with that new engine car. Pourchaire, again, no points for him. He's really dropped off as Haas's performance has dropped off this season. He had a really strong start to the season, but yeah, that stalling development means they have fallen away. They could be a threat next year, though, if they've been putting a lot of resources into research. Ocon gets 12 much-needed points for him. He is now just 6 points behind Pourchaire. Embry climbing 3 places with the 9 points she earned this weekend, 7 from the sprint, 2 from the Grand Prix. That puts her ahead of Carlos Sainz. She has a sprint win, tied on podiums, so that might be why she's ahead. Zhou drops down as well. He's 3 points back, and we also got past Giovinazzi as well. Then it's Stroll in 15th, Schumacher moving up to 16th, closing the gap on his teammate. That is now a 13-point gap. Still could go either way between those two in the closing races. Behrman drops down to 17th. It's been an awful, awful season for Ollie Behrman. Reigning world champion, but only on paper. His title is already out of his reach. It's just a question of which of the Red Bulls is going to take it from him. Magnussen is 18th, picks up 2 more points. He's now 10 points clear of Maloney, who himself is 1 point clear of Alex Albon. Into the constructors' standings, champions Red Bull have added another 26 points tonight. Ferrari earned 33. McLaren earned 33. Ferrari earned 37. They closed the gap to 9 points. It is going to be a very tight finish between the two of them. And we have stretched our lead over the chasing pack. In fact, Alfa Romeo have gone in front of Mercedes. Mercedes down to 6th place now. On 199 points. They are 35 behind us. That's the lead that we have right now. We are how many points behind? We are 75 points behind Ferrari. I don't think we're going to catch them. They did outscore us tonight, both teams, Ferrari and McLaren. So I think best thing we can do now is just continue to pick up as many points as possible to consolidate fourth and keep Alpha behind us. Alpha and McLaren are the two teams we're going to be fighting with in the last two Grand Prix. So we'll keep an eye on both of those two teams, Vegas and Abu Dhabi. Alpha Tauri do move up a place above Haas by 1 point. Those points that they had tonight, vital for them. And Williams pick up 2 more points, but still a long way back. They are consigned to 10th. They are not going to get on terms with Haas. Into the pit stop competition, and we get both our cars in the top 10 tonight. That's excellent. Alfa Romeo had the fastest stop at 1.9, just fractionally quicker than Red Bull, who also had a 1.9. Then Ferrari ahead of McLaren and Alfa Tauri, and then Red Bull. So Alfa Tauri will close the gap to Red Bull again. It's just a constant swing between those two. And then we will pick up an extra 10 points tonight, which should put us maybe past Mercedes, or at least within striking distance. They only got the 1 point tonight. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Alpine that's just in front of us. They're 2 points behind Alpine. We are 8 points behind Mercedes, so we have closed the gap to them. Alfa Tauri are back to 27 points behind Red Bull with 2 rounds to go. Anyone could win out of those two teams. It's still all in the air. Ferrari looking a bit more comfortable now in the fight for third with McLaren in the pit stop competition. They have a 31-point gap. 2 races to go. As you can see, they're pretty evenly matched, but they're usually fighting for scraps between, from whatever Alfa Tauri and Red Bull leave them. So they're not going to score, I don't think, the really, really big points they need to affect that outcome. I think it is going to be Ferrari from McLaren, but who knows what could happen down here. If we can get another couple of good rounds in the pit stop competition in the last 2 races, we might be able to get back above Mercedes and take 5th place. That would be nice. So you see confirmation of our stops, a 2.37, a 2.39, and then a couple of not so good stops, 2.6, 2.5, and then an 8.5 second stop at the end for Embry, changing her wing there. Let's have a look at the report cards though. So across the whole weekend, 17 and 24 going forward for Donna, 39 and 12 in defence. She did some very, very good defensive work there. Take a look at Embry. She was solid in defence as well. Not so good going forward. Again, overtaking is lacking a little bit. 14 and 37 in overtakes. But she did get 31 and 14 in defence. Solid defensive numbers there. No experience for Anne, but we will have her in the car again tomorrow night at Vegas, and then again on Saturday at Abu Dhabi. Don't forget, we are streaming on Saturday at 7 p.m. to close this season off. And then as far as the sponsors go, well, we got the fastest lap. We got both cars into Q2, or no, it's only one car into Q2 was the incentive, wasn't it? So those are both done. And then for the guarantees, we got the finish position. We got both cars into Q3, but I only wanted one of them, which is why it's less money than you would expect. We did get both in the top 12 for the 240 grand there, and we completed the quali streak of 2 in the top 15 for 5 races for another 2.9 mil. So we make almost 6.9 million tonight. Excellent stuff. That money's come at just the right time because we are close to having to refurb the driving sim. We have a spare underfloor now for the last couple of races. We have a spare suspension, which immediately is going to have to go on the car, given that I think we broke one on Embry's car, or was it the chassis? It might just have been the front wing, in which case that's good. The boardroom has been refurbished. We'll check in with the board in just a second. Let's go to our emails first of all. So, yeah, we've had a failed suspension. That's not too bad. I'm surprised it's not saying we had a destroyed front wing there, because we did break one, but not showing. ATR period, new one has started. We will get some development going tomorrow before we get Vegas underway. There is the boardroom refurb suspension. We have one spare, which is immediately going to have to go onto the car, so we have no spare suspensions. Probably have to make another one, I think, just to be safe. We have a spare underfloor now. We have two spare underfloors, which is good. Let's go to our cars. And car 1 needs that new suspension. Oh, look at all those parts that are at risk of breaking after the next race. An underfloor, a side pod, a rear wing, and a chassis, all at risk of breaking after Vegas. The front wing might also potentially go as well. Let's take a look at the other car. Side pods and underfloor, both at high risk. We have two spares in each of those, so I'm not worried about that. Would like to make an extra front wing, just because we've been a little careless with front wings recently. Broken a few of them. I do want to make a spare suspension, because we don't have one anymore. And I've got one spare chassis, but that is probably going to get used up. We are making chassis right now, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, that'll be ready in 2 days' time. Excellent stuff. All right, let's check in with the board. They were delighted with the result in Sao Paulo. Excellent stuff. So we still have that high confidence. We're still going to complete our season objective. Still going to fail the long term. Nothing we can do about that. That was always doomed to failure. Let's check our facilities though. The factory refurb is done in 1 day, which is nice. Wind tunnel refurb is going through. Still 50 days to go on that. Nothing else yet broken, but the car part test simulator is about to break. That's going to be expensive. That's going to be very expensive. And the design center isn't far away either. But we'll probably have to refurb that over the winter as well. They see the race sim also close to breaking. That's going to be an expensive refurb. In here, let's get a little refurb on the memorabilia room. Not that expensive, 640k. Tour center's okay. Helipad is going to break probably right before or right after Vegas. Should be able to get that refurbed in time for Abu Dhabi, I hope. Yeah. Okay. How much money do we have in the bank? 10.5 mil. Excellent stuff. We will start spending some of that tomorrow. That is it for tonight. We have achieved our objective for this evening, which was to score more points than the cars below us and try and consolidate fourth place. We unfortunately could not outscore Ferrari or McLaren, although had Embry not had that coming together in the dying laps, then she would have been on for a third place finish, and we probably could have outscored the pair of them and maybe closed the gap a little bit. We certainly would be a lot further ahead of Alfa Romeo and Mercedes, but in the grand scheme of things, can't complain too much. We're 35 points clear now in fourth place. Our drivers do seem to be hitting a little bit of a rhythm. Donna especially, she's been in excellent form these last few Grand Prix, and the car is looking good. Tomorrow night we'll be getting some more research started for that ATR period. We may well be getting a refurb done as well, depending on what breaks and how quickly it's going to break. There's a lot of things that are wearing out very quickly, and they're going to be very expensive. Hopefully we can get some extra good money in the last couple of Grand Prix, and maybe, just maybe, we can move up another couple of places in the pit stop competition and get extra prize money from that as well. That will be very, very useful for next season. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. If you have, please consider dropping a like, and if you're not subscribed, then have a think about just clicking that old subscribe button so that you get notified when I go live. I will be back at the usual time tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And then, as I said, we will be finishing this season off on Saturday at 7 p.m. UK time. So 2 p.m. Eastern if you're in the States, 11 a.m. Pacific. Other time zones will vary based on where you are. If you're in Europe, then you're probably looking at 8 p.m., maybe 9 p.m. Whereabouts in Europe you are. I do hope you'll join me for the last two Grand Prix, and then we will start Season 8, our final season with this game on Monday. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.